Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. So this tutorial, what I do today, I planned it for next week, so during next week, but I got so many requests about it, so I decided to make it now. So we will make today this X particle thing here, and I have some more pictures here somewhere. That's me. Hello. And come on, where here. Yeah. Yes, something like this. This is all the same project, but I just cached an animation, and then I scrolled through and rendered out some screenshots of this. So and we will do this today. And yeah, as I said, I got so many requests for this, but I am afraid that you will be maybe a little disappointed because this is really easy to do. So this is really no magic behind it. Yes, thanks to X particles that it is so easy. So, unfortunately, you can. I have no other idea how you can do this without X particle. Yeah, you could do it maybe in After Effects with Plexus, and I made for Cinema 4D a Plexus Express. So and you can download it on my YouTube channel, and there is explained how it works. With this you could make a shape like this maybe, so and then connect the different points and everything. So but it will be not the same. So yeah, okay, maybe I'm sure it's possible with thinking particles too, but not for me. Okay, let's start. Yeah, I start with a simple X particle system here, and in the emitter I take this sphere and make it start with 0 here. Emission not as many, let's say half and 100 here. This should be fine. Sorry. And let's see what we get. Yeah, we get particles. So that looks a little boring, and make some more frames. And I want a little turbulence in this whole thing here. So I go to the modifier, motion modifier, and take turbulence. I don't want the standard turbulence because this influences the speed of the emitter. So when I go with the strength up here, the particles will be emitted very, very fast. You see, this is not what I want. So I want an normal turbulence is okay. See, this doesn't influence the speed, and maybe here. That looks not bad. Let's go here for 500, 500, so that we have nice numbers here. Maybe. Yeah, you can do this however you want, of course. And that's fine so far. The next thing is I want trails. So I go to the generator, XP trails. And here I drag in the emitter, in the XP trail. The trails know what they should do. Next is I don't know this, I want nearest by distance. You see, okay, we get something. Here I want all within the distance. This is too much, so let's go down here for the moment. This looks not bad so far. I don't want very small ones, so I go here up a little bit. So something like that, and let's see what we get. That looks not bad. But I don't want here in the middle so much. I make the emitter a little bigger, so let's go to the emitter, to the radius, and make the radius a little bigger, so something like that. Yeah, that looks a little better for me. Okay, nice so far. And now we just need a skinner and we have almost what we want. It looks like we have a little too many trails here, so we could go down here. Or we could go down with the emission too, so with the emitted particles. I think this looks quite nice. So we can change this, of course, everything later on too. Now let's make a skinner. Skinner, so up here. And the skinner should skin, please, not my emitter, the trails. I want to skin the trails. It's a little big. So the next thing is I go down with the polygon size. Don't go too far down. So yeah, you can do it when you do your final render. But I am careful here within the tutorial. Let's say go to 3. My original one, I think I made it with 1 polygon size 1. You see. So this is this. Custom radius 2. Okay. Here the polygon size I make the same for the render. Then I want a geometry here. Boing. Okay. And strength 100. And lots of iterations. Let's say 200 here. Then I get something like this thin thing here. Okay. Starts to look good, but I want less of this. So I want to see more of my trails. So go down with the surface level. Let's try 70. Yes, nice. And now I can go with the radius here. Let's go down a little bit. Okay. But it's on you how you want that it looks like. So but this looks not bad so far. Let's see if we can scroll. I think we cannot scroll through because let's go to the first frame, frame 0, and here we can scroll through a little bit. So no, that looks not so bad. But as I said, we can change this everything later on. I will. Something I don't like here is. It looks not bad, but maybe more trails, something like that maybe. I'm not sure, but okay. And now what I do is I want to cache everything, so we can scrub through later on. For the caching, you go to other objects, XP cache, and in the cache I use an external file. You see it, I have it here on my hard disk. If you can use an internal file too, internal memory, and this writes it in your project file. So when you do this, the advantage is you need just one file, but the downside is you get most of the time a very big file. So I prefer this one here. And so yeah, I will cache this, and when I'm ready cached, I will be back. So for you in a second about. So build cache, and let's see. See, it starts quite fast, but it gets slower with the time, and so. Okay, I'm back in a second. So caching is ready, and it took about 5 minutes, and now we can nicely scrape through our animation. So let's find a nice way. So something like, let's see, this here. This could be a nice. Okay. Let's start with rendering this thing. So as I said, I start with the physical render part, and then when we are ready, I show the same in Octane. How you can render your particles in Octane, and the trails and everything. Okay. For this one, let's first save this. I save it with assets here. Let's go to temp and XP shape tutorial for physical render. Okay, good, nice. But the skinhead is not what I really want, so I make a camera here so I don't have to search every time for the particular spot here. So, and now I want to make this mesh a little smoother, everything. So what I do is I go to the skinner and select my skinner and shift click on the smoothing deformer. So the smoothing deformer is now child of the skinner. This is what I like. Stiffness 0 and iterations, let's say 50. Okay. And I will put the whole skinner selected in a subdivision surface. Now we have a nice smooth mesh. 2 subdivisions should be enough here. And this is okay for me. So NA to hide the wireframe, and yeah, that looks not bad here. But first I want to render without the skinner. So I hide it, and what we need is of course an XP material. So create shader, XP material, and I drag it on my emitter. And now when you create an XP material, you automatically get in your render setting here, this is what I used now, you automatically get this X particles here. This is okay, and you can set everything to default. This is okay for the moment. And yeah, no, what do I do? Let's go here to fix. It goes a little faster, everything. Let's go to 1.5. So normally I use progressive, but sometimes I forget, and then progressive it renders until you stop it. So and sometimes I forget to stop it, and it renders the whole day. So good, and drag it on my it's on the emitter. Double click, and now let's see what we get. So interactive render region. Okay, we have some particles. They are too big, but I could make the radius smaller in the emitter, but we want to make this everything over the material. And I want a little better. So here you see in the interactive render region, you have a very small arrow here. When you go up with this, as more you go up, as better the quality will be. So, see? Okay. And now I go to the size here, and let's say 15%. Looks good so far, but I don't want this with a sharp edge. I prefer here on the illumination the fuzzy one, so you get a nice smooth edge here. You can get something like this with the neon one too, you see. I get neon, and we can go here, let's down to 15, and you get something like this, but I don't like, because then you have here a hard edge anyway. So I take the fuzzy one here, and then maybe a little too big. Let's go to 10 centimeter. Okay, 10%. And in the color, I want the color for the age. So I go to age here, and you see the young ones are blue and the old ones are white. So, but I want here a little different colors. So I go down, and here we have load presets. We have a lot of presets here. Take this one, and this looks quite nice. Okay, now I copy this material, and this will be my trails. And drag it on the, you will guess it, on the trails. Good, this is not what I want, so I have to do something here. Here I don't want fuzzy in the trails, I want the trails sharp. So what I do here is I go to flat. Okay, and the size is too big. And when when I go to even 1%, you won't see much. This is because our trails are more or less splines. and this has no subdivision at the moment, no intermediate point. So you have to, there's one point here and one point here, but nothing in between, and so it cannot really calculate it. So I go to my trails and say under spline, the intermediate points, go to uniform. And now you see, hey, that's what I like. So let's go up here to 15 maybe. So okay, that's nice. And yeah, we have the same here in the H. You see, we have the blue and white, but here I wanted not so many blues, so more brighter this whole thing. So I go to the blue color here and just brighten it up a little bit. Okay, and now in the render setting, what I set, we have everything by default in the X particles. You can set this. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes less nice. To add, and the add means it gets brighter where the trails intersect or overlap or something else. You see it, and it gets brighter in these hot spots here. But I don't need this in this case, I think. At least at the moment not. Oh, okay. Then there is another thing. If these are too many trails for you or something else, or you want more 3D effect, you can play here with the depth in the transparency. Here we have a depth, and when we go up with the transparency to 100%, we will see nothing. But I can say in the depth I can give it a minimum where I want to see it until a maximum. And where I want to see or where I want the trails to vanish or something else. So I go to here and see my camera. Whoops, go to my camera and make that. And I see, okay, let's say I want to see the whole trails until here, and from here this should vanish. And this means, so I have here 212 focusing. Let's go to 200. I want here 200. This is the maximum. And the minimum, let's say, I want it to here. So it's not 150. Let's say 100 here. Good. And that means now you see I have far less trails here. And the trails, they are more behind, they vanish, and the trails, they are very in the front, they vanish too. So when I go here to 0, I will see everything, or not. Yeah, if it starts with 0, and now why is it like this? You should see with 0 is this here. 200. This is nice. Yeah, play with I don't know why it doesn't. So like 200. Let's say 300 here. Should be more. Yeah, okay. 250. Ah, that looks not bad. And 50. Let's then I go to 150 here. 0. It looks not bad with this city, but I don't need it at the moment. So just I want to show you that you can play here with the depth too. So I go back to here. So I have all my. But it looks better with the depth thing, huh? I see a little more here. Let it like this at the moment. Okay. And now we find something for the skinner. So we meet and activate my skinner. And I need, of course, a material for the skinner. And I use here, I have here some materials, so my SSS materials. They are from the material pack you can download as a Patreon, €5 and above. I have a material pack which will be updated continuous. These three are already in the material pack. This is a new one, and we use this one. This will come with the next update, and but it's not many difference to the other ones. And I show, of course, how it is done. I just wanna save this time to make this from scratch, and this is a very easy thing. It's in the luminance I have a subsurface scattering with my settings here, with a path length here, with O3. This path length here depends on your object. The smaller your object, the smaller the path length will be, and as smaller the path length is, as more you will see the effect, the SSS effect. And of course here is a fast evaluation is ticked on. The reflectance, this is nothing special, so just a Fresnel with oil. And yeah, and I have a little thin film on it so that we have a little effect. It does not show much, but it is on it. And the thin film is a very small, this is 50, and this is almost nothing. And I have a diffusion. In the diffusion I have an inverted ambient occlusion that just helps the effect of the SSS a little bit. So that's it. This is the whole. But of course the Patreons will get the project file, and with the project file, of course, the material too. So I track the material on my scanner. The next step is, of course, we need something. So without any GI or without anything, without any reflection or something else, we won't see much. So let's see if we see something. Let's render this. And here you see we have something inside, but I bring in my Nikomedias Scene Rig, of course, and I don't need a background. I don't need a floor here, so I turn off this. Come on, this is too much turned off. So, and I want a darker background, so I go here with the brightness. Something like this. So we have now an HDRI in the background, which should give us some reflections and everything. And let's see how it looks now. Oh, come on, do something. Okay, does nothing because it needs a little. Yeah, this SSS in the material, that needs sometimes a little bit to calculate, but it seems more than it does nothing here. That's not fine. It seems it crashed. That's funny. Yeah, it seems it crashed. Huh? I have this often in the last time, and with the render region, when I have it on, I get problems. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm back in a second. We saved it for me a few minutes ago, and I have an autosave too, so I just started again, and we'll be back in a second. Let's see if it's crashed. Yeah, inactive. Okay, so I'm back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and we are here. So I don't know on which frame we've been before, but it doesn't. Let's see, something like this. We have already our material on our thing. We don't have the thing is on my Nikomedias Scene Rig. Come in here. So it's a set. That's the reason. So that's not. No, it's better. So I don't need floor and everything. So I don't need a floor. I need a dark background here. So Okay, and now let's see what we get. Yes, that's the speed that it should render. Okay, so far so good. But the trails are a little too prominent here, at least for me. So I go to the trails here. Let's go to the transparency. 200. That's better for the moment. Of course, I could now I could do it with less, with here with the trace and go down with the max instance, or could use less emitter, but now it's cached anything, so I would have to cache it new. So I stay with this now at the moment. It's okay. Let's see if we find it better. Some nice. Does this look? Yeah, that's better. Okay, 250 maybe. Okay, this we can do later. I will hide the trace for the moment. I want to make first just a nice skin thing here, so that looks not bad for now. Yeah, and don't forget we are in a very low render setting here. But so far so good, I would say. Let's go to the scene rig and let's see what we can do. The HDRI. Let's see, maybe a different. The scene rig works so nice in R20 because you see everything what you do. Give it a little more reflection brightness 20. Yeah, that looks nice. You have now nice reflections here. How does it look with some sun? Bring the sun to the other side. So let's see. You see, this is a sun dummy, so I know where the sun is more than less. If I want to see it exactly, I go to here, make this very low. Sun is here. I want it somewhere here. Rotate. Should be now somewhere here. Okay. And try it now. Maybe a little higher. Lower, but it's just playing around. It looks kind of nice. But when I use the sun, I think we will have some problems with the trails. Or no, they work. They have nice shadows and everything. But they are now too much, so let's go here to 200. That looks not so bad. What if I go down here to all? No depth. I do it without sun. Okay, they are very bright. I have no self-illumination. They are so bright because of the HDR setting is because of the reflection. No. No. Let's go with the light intensity here. Down. I'm not on GI. That's my thing here. I've not turned GI on. So let's go to the GI. I have first to copy the X particle here. Now I go to my GI settings, paste in the X particles, make here the same with the fixed one, and render it now. I forgot, yeah. That's the reason. So with GI we don't see now our trails here. When I activate the sun, we will see our trails, but I don't want sun. And but it's no problem, because here I can play with the self-illumination in the trails and in the X particles. I select both. With shift click I can select both materials. I'll go with the self-illumination up to 100 here. And now I see it, and now I can make it, let's see, 50. Okay. Transparency. Yeah, this is better. So we have here multiple, of course, because on the X particles I don't want like this. I go down here. For the particles I don't want it, and here I want it. And let's go here to 300. Here I stay with 0. Yeah, do it like you want it, but yeah, it needs to. So I'm not sure if I see enough from my. But it looks okay. Something is not what I want. Maybe the color here. Maybe it is the color wood. There it is. Yeah, that's better. That's somehow too much color for me. And now the size down to 10. It's getting better. It's still a very low render. But we can make this a test render, because this should render really fast. So go to my middle GI here, paste in the X particles from before, and make a simple render. This should render really fast. Yeah, it renders really fast. And then when we go to the filter and play with the filter, let's go down with the gamma a little bit, then a little bright, contrast more, saturation, we get a quite nice picture here. Yeah, that's it almost. I would say that's it. Let's see. But I never do it here with the filter. I make the filter things and everything in Photoshop, of course. But you see, you can do it here as well, and to get a very nice. Yeah, I like it. It looks good. Let's find another spot. So go to here. I go to even higher settings. Paste and render this with even higher settings. Yeah, this is really quite high settings, and you see it still goes very fast. And for the first render was 8 seconds, and here with real high settings 21 is nothing, so that's nice. Yeah, that's it, I would say. Let's find it, go to middle again, and let's find another spot here. So we have cached everything, so we can scrub through. And if you don't find a nice thing, just take another turbulence or something else and try it again. Don't forget to cache again. Let's see. Yeah, that's crazy. I like it. And another one. Let's save it first. I think we are done for this here, and now, of course, we go to maybe to an of course an interesting part for the Octane people. Yeah, that's nice. We can stay with this. I have no idea what's wrong with it, and it is nothing wrong, so I like it. Yeah, maybe you see here this brown. I think that shows me that we have a little too short. A little too short path length here, so this next one. I think I have to install my Cinema New. It's the same when I started Cinema New, and the first time I go in my Subsurface Scattering, it needs very long to open, and then it goes faster. So let's go here from 03 to 0.7, and I render it again, and we will see it, this brown spot here should disappear normally. It does not disappear, but it's definitely better, you see. And a little bit I want to see it, so this is a little subsurface scattering thing. Okay. That's nice. Maybe a little more. 30 here. And of course, when I put in another HDRI, we get a totally different. Let's try it. So, and go to here, HDRI, outdoor. Which one to take? Doesn't matter. So something darker maybe. Don't have something. This maybe. Bring it on it. But I do not really want colors in here, so I want just a reflection. So I go to saturation, -100 here. And this is the light here, and this is the reflection. So the reflection count, the saturation, I go -102. And then you will see I have just black and white here. It is definitely a different thing here. Looks nice too. Now we can go to here and shake it around. here we have now nice reflections. Nice reflections. Yeah, okay, we are done here for the physical render part. So it's needed longer than I thought. Well, this whole setting things, they need time. So if you find the correct thing how you like it, the correct skinning, the correct trails, the correct materials. So doesn't matter. This is the this part, and now let's do it for Octane. First thing I do is I delete my Nikomedias Scene Rig Ultimate here. So bye bye. I don't need any of them. Bye bye. And yeah, and I with assets XP shape Octane. Okay, so first let's make here an Octane Camera. It's not really necessary, but I do it, and bring in the Octane Rig. So Octane Rig, background floor. I don't need a shadow catcher here. So, and again I want a background, and I want quite dark background. So color. Let's see, so I go here to Octane, and that's okay. Bring the live view window, not the dialogue, and let's bring up, let's see what we get. This here, okay. Not really exciting at the moment. We need a lot. First, I deactivate the skinner. Then, so in the render settings, I have a path tracing with low sample count. Yeah, that's okay for the moment. There's nothing special here. Okay, C4D shader we don't need, but normally I have this at least at 2. Yes, so okay, doesn't matter. This is everything we need. Yeah, okay. How do we do this now with our emitters? You see, we have no emitter here, and here we have no nothing in here. First, the emitter needs an Octane object tag, and in the object tag I say particle rendering geometry. Yay! Okay, we have something, but we need the geometry we use. I can, I did not find a way how to make this particle smaller, but I even don't like it. Because when I go to the emitter and say to the emitter here, to emission, and say go with the radius down to 1 or something else, nothing happens. So, I make a platonic, very small, so let's say 0.1. And I drag this just under other objects. It's not necessary, but so I know where it is. So, and the Octane tag here, geometry, it needs something in here. See, I drag in the platonic, and now you see, we get something. That's nice. We are happy. Yay! Next step, we need a material. I want here an emission material. So emission is only in the diffuse material and the specular material. So what I make is a new material, and I make a new diffuse material, and go in the node editor. So node editor. I'll make this a little smaller, so then I want, how do I get these colors for the emitter, or the H colors? For this we have here an instance color node. This is the guy we need. So I go to my instance color, But I want an emission, so I want just an emission. And for this I make a texture emission, bring it in the emission tab, and first I bring my material on the platonic. So you see we have here that thing. Now I drag in the instance color in the texture node, and in the instance color you see we have here source, file or particles, and of course we want particles. And our particles is this emitter. Bring in the emitter. And now you can see how we have green. Because normally our emitter here is green. But I want the age here. Okay. And here the same. I go to the load preset, go to this one. And I have everything what I want. And that's nice. We are happy. And yeah, that's it more or less. So we can go here to the, make it a little, see if it should work everything, but I'm sure it works. So, but there is something, I want the background a little darker. Yeah, okay, that's better. Good. Next step, the trails. I make another one. Okay, no, I could use the same for the trails. Let's see, I'll go here. Let's go and drag it on the trails. But before I do this, I need here an Octane tag too. So I copy this down here with Control drag. And here I say I want another, not the skinner, the trails. And here I want to say the trails are just like splines, and splines I can render with the hair. And you see in the object tag here I have hair, and I say here render as hair. And here I have root thickness, I want it quite small, 0.2, 0.2. Okay, but now I see we are far too overpowered. Good, it doesn't matter, so down, down, down. Okay. That looks quite nice, maybe a little to 0.1, 0.1. Yeah, that looks nice, looks not much nicer. Okay. That's okay for me now, but I think I make two different materials here too, one for the X particles and one for the trails. So these are the trails, and Control drag this to the side, and this is particles, and drag this on the particle, let's so say on the platonic. This I don't need. And here I want them, this platonic things, the particles, I want a little brighter. Okay, because then when we play here with the camera and with the post-processing, we get a nicer bloom here normally. Maybe a little too much. Eh? No, but you see, it's much too. Make it like this. So yes, this is what I like. Then we can add a little glare maybe, but not at the moment. So this is for later. Now let's play with the skinner. Bring in the skinner. Boing. The skinner is here. Meanwhile, I love Octane. It works everything so fine. So open live database. I make with I use again a pre-made SSS material here. I have the same material just for the Yeah, this is one thing. Why can I not drag it to here? Why I have to click on download? It's yeah, what else? It is like this. So I drag it now on my skinner here, and you will see nothing happens really here. And it cannot work with the skinner. I do not know why, but even when I put an Octane tag on it, and does not realize it. So the first thing, the only thing you can do is select the skinner and put it in a connect object. Go and put it in a connect object, and now you see we have the material on it. Now it works, and the material is already nice. Material, I show you how I made this material. This is quite easy one as well. So material, that's not really easy, but nothing too special. So this is just an subsurface scattering here, and yeah, here we could play now with everything I want. So let's see with the spectrum. Right, so you see now it works. It really works. So and we have some surface scattering in here. Okay. Use it however we want. But this is, I want it white. Here, go down here. Maybe a little more, so even a little more. Yeah, that looks nice. Or we make it dark. Dark looks nice too. Oh, I'm on the wrong one here. Not here. Could go down with the roughness here. And we get more reflection in it. But you see these noisy parts here. These are no problems because of the denoiser. So I go back to this first thing I was. Right, so here I want to go down. I want the white thing here. And that's quite nice. Go back to the trails here. Let's see. I want more color in the trails. Maybe when I put this on the diffuse, that'll do. Yeah, haha. That's not so bad. And bring this right down. Okay. Yeah, but you see how it works, and it's quite easy to make this with Octane too. And this is okay. And now with the post-processing, you get a quite nice thing here. Camera imager, I want. We have everything in the Octane rig too, but this would be too much for this little work here. So I denoiser, okay. Maybe I can find a nice spot. So yeah, I don't know if you see it in the recording here. Here it is very. Let's go closer. Let's render it. And we have just 500 samples. You see, it's rendered, and it looks very noisy here. Really good at the name. See, it's totally disappeared. So this is a great thing. So this is just great. Okay, and that's it. And here again we can scrub through the thing, so let's see if we get a nice sound, something like this. Boop, boop, boop. They are a little too bright, I think. Our particles here, they are too bright. Go to 10. Well, let's do this 20 and make the particles a little smaller. So 5. That's nice too. Okay, so it works in Octane. You see it, it's quite easy. For the emitter, don't forget you need an geometry here. So go to the emitter, give it a tag here, put a geometry in here, and if you have a big geometry, let's say you have a big platonic here, 5, yeah, so, and you don't want that they are all showing the same direction. Wait, that's a little too big maybe. Yeah, they look all in the same direction now. You go to your emitter and the extended data, rotation, use rotation, and here tangential, and then you should have it in the, normally you should have it. They should not now is facing the same direction, but it seems they do. Seems they look all in the same direction. I don't know. Maybe because the emitter spec, no, this cannot be. It should work normally. That makes no difference. But it's not a bad idea to bring it under the emitter, so I know. Okay. I don't know why it works. No, not because it worked, but I don't know why now. It does totally not react. But this is, in this case it's not so thing, because we don't see it. Maybe if you point 5 or 5, so we don't see it. So just oops, come back, baby, come back. So okay. We are done for Octane. Yeah, so far so good. I hope you like this one, and yeah, as I said, I don't know how to do it with another. Yeah, I'm sure it works with thinking particles too, but it will not be so easy. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think my espresso for the plexus thing, what you will find on YouTube, works with thinking particles. So yeah, it doesn't matter. I wanted to make an XP tutorial as well, and it will come more for X particles in future. But first, I have to go through my list and do some older requests and. Then when I worked through the list, then I'll start with new things. So I start with X particles and go a little deeper at X particles. You can do so much with it. It's unbelievable. I wonder that there are so few X particles tutorials out there, and but maybe there will come more. We will see it. Okay, so I wish you a wonderful day, and if you have questions, requests, complaints, you know it meanwhile what I say, just please write in the comments. If you want to support me on Patreon, you can do so, and I really appreciate that. And yeah, link in the description. If you just want to donate, if you say, okay, Nico, here a beer for you, you can do this in the description. You will find the link for Patreon, for PayPal. So yeah, and then I don't know what we do next, but it will come soon. And as I said, I have to go through my list. There are so many people they waiting for over a year now, I think, for things. Not over a year, but maybe yes. And yeah, I think the next one will be an X particle too, or something else. It will be something like organic forms and something, so biological things, and but I'm not sure if we need X particles for this, but yeah, it will be one of the next. Then there will come another modeling tutorial soon, and yeah, I hope you will be with me in my next one, and wish you a wonderful day, and yeah, what can I say more? Best regards here from Vienna, and thanks for watching, my friends. Okay, so my last word as always are Tschüss und Baba.